addresses to contact members. We had over 130 names that have been members of the Singing Hands Ministry in the past 15 years. I had a special evening yesterday, and we want to kind of share that specialness with you today. We've got a video collage of the past 15 years. It's incredible on how hard work you got to do to take 15 years of video and compress it down to an hour. I went to Brother Luke and said, Brother Luke, I just have an hour of video to show this morning. And he really looked at me kind of funny. But we compressed it down even more and got it down to just a few minutes. Something you'll enjoy. You'll see some pictures of yourself, maybe, that you may have to look real hard to recognize who those people are 15 years ago. But we're going to, first of all, before we show the video, we're going to ask some of the former members to come up and just give a brief testimony real quick. And I'm going to let Ms. Dana take care of that part there.
I've asked Paige Vinson, make sure I get everybody's last names right, and Gentry Gilbert Adams. Yeah, there we go. It's coming to me. And they're up to something back here, and I don't know what it is, so they're messing with my brain up here. But I've asked those that I've asked to share testimonies. Whitney Ray, you guys come forward at this time.
When Dana asked me to give my testimony, this huge flood of memories just came over me, and especially last night watching all those, I want to say terrible videos, but we just looked terrible in some of them. But just watching all that, I think a lot of us got teary-eyed real easy, and you just think about all the friendships that you made with your core Christian friends that you grew up in the youth with. And I know I keep in touch with a lot of these guys, we all do. And it's definitely an experience that I want to say only us know what it's like, and the Singing Hands members now, I mean, what you're going to do, it's going to be something that you'll definitely remember. And I know that this group has had a huge impact on my life. I don't think I signed in it. I led a group shortly for the junior high Singing Hands that we had. I signed at our hospital, and now I'm on a list, and if we have any hearing impaired patients, they'll call me to come and sign to them. So it's definitely still having an impact in my life, and for that I'll ever be grateful. And even in Jonathan and I's life, being involved in a church like this, growing up in a church like this, mission ministries are so important, and they help you to step out when you're nervous, you don't want to. So I'd like to say that Jonathan and I are even where we are today by being in ministries like this group and being obedient and following where the Lord wants you to go. Thank you.
So most kids probably grow up dreaming of like making the three-pointer, like the buzzer or whatever, but I grew up like dreaming to Arise. And God blessed me since I was like probably in kindergarten. I've watched Singing Hands and sign along with them, and then when I was in 6th grade, you know, I remember probably getting my first solo, and I was so excited, and go home practicing the mirror. And then, you know, I grew up in the ministry. It was a huge part of my life, and I know it definitely taught me to be dedicated and committed. And then finally, you know, I got to do the Arise solo, and I was like, I just remember being so excited, and I found out that I was going to get to do that. And but just I've moved to Clarksville, to Birmingham, Alabama, and just coming. This is my first time home in several months, and just coming home and seeing the signs to Union City. There's just nothing like seeing those signs back home. And some of those people I haven't seen in months, but just growing up together and just being so committed to something and together. We all saw each other last night. It was like we've been together. Nothing's changed at all. And I'm just thankful for the friendships I've made through this, and just being able to come home to church and just being welcome back home. And of course for Dana and David, I can't even start to say what they've meant to me in my life. But just thank you, church, for having just great leaders and great ministries and allowing me to be a part of them.
Well, to be honest, I forgot that I was supposed to talk. But I know. But I have really appreciated being in Singing Hands. Like Whitney, I was real excited to start, and I remember remember my first day, I was so nervous, and I was sitting in the corner by myself, and Sarah, Quentin, and Jessica Candy came up and sat down, and they were like, "It's okay, you'll be fine." But I was really nervous, but I really enjoyed being in Singing Hands. It was neat coming back and seeing everybody and signing again, and it just, it just comes right back to you, because I thought, well, what if I don't remember it? What if I have to learn it all over again? But after one time going through it, it's just like I've done it every day since my last time. And it's just been a blessing. Of course, I really appreciate Miss Dana and Brother David. They've made a big impact in my life, and it's just good to be back and do it again.
Also, April Brooks is going to come. Brinkley. See, I messed that up. She was also wanted to share what the Lord had laid on her heart. I appreciate y'all's patience this morning. This is important to me.
I know I hardly have any memories of the youth department that doesn't include Singing Hands. I grew, from the very first time they've ever started, I dreamed about being part of the Singing Hands group. I know a lot of probably the younger members probably know Arise before they ever even joined the group, and I was the same way. I know that in my life it's given me more confidence. Get in front of people, you're like, I'm so scared to get in front of people. But once you start doing this program, you get more confidence. You can get in front of people. You can start talking to people. And I think that the one thing, if I have to say, the one thing that it has given me above everything else is confidence.
Incredible testimonies of the ministry these young people have been involved in for the past 15 years. 15 years ago, approximately, there was a young lady named Dawn Easley that was in college and had gotten a part of the signing team. This was her church. And she signed a song one morning, and at the time we had Brother David White, who was our youth pastor and music director at that time. He went and talked to her and said, "Hey, that looks like a cool ministry. Why don't we start that with the young people?" And Dawn started that ministry and developed it for about 2 years. And then she was going to leave to go off to college. And Brother David and I talked, said, we need to continue this. This looks like something the Lord's blessing, but we need a director. And we talked and decided, maybe Miss Dana Hagan would be a great director. And for the last 13 years, she's been incredible. And I think that was a special presentation for her.
Over the past years, Dana Hagan has worked very, very hard with Singing Hands members, former and current. This is a small representation of past Singing Hands members whom her life has touched very deeply. And everyone on this stage, as well as others that are not able to be with us, have been touched by the efforts of Dana Hagan, who comes early, stays late, and works behind the scenes and takes very little credit. When she is given the opportunity to take credit, she gets out her finger and she points it up, and that's always been something that I remembered about Dana. And so the guys behind me, as well as myself, would like to give Dana a token of our appreciation with a card and some roses, but know that this is something very small and that we wish we could do more, and we're worthy of more, and we thank you very much.